go. Should be live here on YouTube. Why is that not showing me over there? Oh, it's just Streamline. Okay. Oh, I got turned. One second. There we go. My light there got redirected a bit. Okay, here we go. We're getting ready for the NASCAR Cup Series CookOut 400 here at Richmond Raceway. We did live commentary for trucks last night. We're getting ready for Cup Series today. So nice Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon should be a Saturday night race because at least one of the Richmond races should be. But yeah. So they've already gotten through some of the pre-race anthem and all that. Just wanted to was trying to make sure I had everything ready. Didn't quite get an intro done. It was like the one thing I didn't get around to. But yeah. But we're all ready, and we're hopefully ready for a fun day of racing. Hopefully you guys are excited too. If you guys are, of course, let me know. Hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future live streams. And also, I was looking at the analytics earlier today. Apparently 90% of you guys only tune in for these live streams. Like, I do have other content on the channel. Would love it if you guys would check out some of that stuff too. I've got a Fantasy Friday series that I try and do every Friday, where I talk about the upcoming race from the perspective of the NASCAR Fantasy Live game. And then I also do race reviews after the races, and some other analysis videos and whatnot throughout the year as well. So there's plenty for you guys to be excited for on the channel outside of just live streams. But we do have live streams too, and glad to know that you guys at least enjoy these. So, man, Tyler Reddick on pole though. Tyler Reddick on pole was a bit of a surprise. I was expecting the Toyotas to be strong. I wasn't expecting them to be quite this strong. Because, Toyotas hold down 5 of the top 10 spots here in the NASCAR, in the NASCAR Cup Series starting grid here. So, you guys got the top 10 grid there on the side. We got Reddick, we got Kyle Busch, we got Hamlin, Elliott, Bubba, a lot of drivers who need points. Elliott, I've said this a few times, I think Elliott is going to need to win, probably going to need to win the Glen if he's going to actually transfer. And putting all of it on that one race, I just think there's way too many guys who are good at road racing for Elliott to fall back on. Well, I'm good at road racing. And, well, I can win the Glen every year. Because it's going to get harder and harder as we go on for him to just say, oh yeah, I'm just going to win the Glen every year, and that'll solve all the other problems. So, yeah, that's at least my opinion on it. Of course, let me know who you guys think is going to make the playoffs. Mike McDowell starting mid-pack, but that's okay because the guys he's battling. Suarez didn't have a spectacular qualifying performance. AJ Allmendinger opted to not qualify and instead decided to run the NASCAR race at at Road America, the NASCAR Xfinity Series race yesterday. So, it's certainly an interesting one here. So he'll be starting tail end of the field. And they just started up the engines. There we go. I didn't even realize they were getting ready for the command. Otherwise, I would have paid attention to it. But here we go. Drivers climbing in. Ty Gibbs, Ty Gibbs, Bubba Wallace, those are two I would look at in terms of guys who I think could point their way or could pad points here today. Those would definitely be two of the guys I would say to keep your eye on. It's going to be tough for either of them to really get outdo the other. But yeah, here we go. Oh yeah. Alright, they're going to commercial. I actually just remembered I need to put out the post real quick. But yeah, so of course, let me know who you guys think your pre-race pick's gonna be. I'm gonna take Kyle Busch. He's my boy. I'm gonna be rooting for him to win this race. I think he's got the speed to do it, and you know, obviously, massive bias. He's the guy I want to see win this race. There we go. Alright. Sorry, just getting everything set up here because I forgot I needed to put out a post on Twitter and I didn't have one typed up before now, so having to go ahead and throw something together real quick. So there's the tweet. And let's just go ahead and get it in everywhere. But yeah, again, let me know who you guys think is going to win this race though today, because I think there's probably, I'd say about 7 of the top 10 guys could probably win this race, and there's guys outside the top 10 I think they could win it too. Keselowski being one of the more notable on the outside of the top 10 that I think could win it. Alright, so yeah, right now they're talking about payback. I'm not sure we're going to see payback today, because it really wouldn't be consequential for Larson to go and pay back Denny Hamlin now. And same thing with Hamlin. I mean, Hamlin doesn't owe Larson payback. But yeah. But yeah, I think it would be a weird one to see someone try and get payback here. Alright, there we go. That should be that post made. Hopefully you guys are still staying with me. I know it's a little bit slow here getting going because I wasn't quite as I was getting as I was getting my computer and everything turned on. I realized just how much I didn't have done. But yep, here we go. Got 2 more posts I need to make, and yeah, I did get all my fantasy rosters done though already, so that's nice. So right now they're going through the starting grid. We already kind of went through the starting grid, and we can go through it again if need be here in a second. Alright, there we go. Got that one posted. And one more post to make here. Alright, so how's everybody doing today? Let me know who you guys think is going to win this race. We're just kind of, again, waiting for them to get lined up to go green here. They're rolling around on the track at least now. Ooh, wow, that's a weird paint scheme for Christopher Bell. I hadn't actually seen his paint scheme yet. Alright, there we go. We got ourselves all the posts made. Hopefully you guys are excited for the race. If you guys are, let me know by hitting the like button. And let me know who your guys' pre-race pick is. My pick to win the race is Kyle Busch. He's won 3 times already this year. His team has an emphasis on short tracks. Hopefully, he can win a short track here. Then you've got the Toyotas there: Reddick, Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, Ty Gibbs, and Truex in the top 10. So a lot of those, which makes for a lot of potential winners. Alright, so yeah, right now I'm just cleaning off the glasses real quick, and we should be ready to go racing here soon. Let me know, by the way, if my fan is a little loud. I do have a fan going just because it's been warm the last few days, although it's actually cooled down today compared to some of those, so. And they're racing. They did not do a lot of mention that they were doubled up, but here we go. They're doubled up, and we are racing at Richmond. There we go. Oh, come on. Are you serious? It's going to buffer as soon as we get going. Alright, there we go. We got this thing, and Denny Hamlin's already under attack from Kyle Busch. Tyler Reddick has the lead already, and it is 3 wide, like 3-4 rows deep there. Is that Martin Truex Jr. is in behind? Wow, Martin Truex Jr. fell all the way back behind the back bumper of McDowell's back behind the back bumper of or Truex is back behind the back bumper of McDowell. That's strange. Wow, McDowell's making a lot of moves here early in the race. Hey, JP, how's it going? And say, who you rooting for to win here? And say, I think I have a few ideas as to who you're rooting for. I know your favorite driver currently isn't in the playoffs, but if he wins, could get in there. And there was contact with between Stenhouse and Truex. Okay, so that's what led to Truex being so far back. That makes more sense. Okay. I like Stenhouse, and it is a short track. I'm not surprised to see contact, but that was probably odds are it was unnecessary contact, especially this early. But yeah, right now though, MTJ gonna have to try and fight his way back now, and the big storyline from qualifying is that the Penske cars, each starting 23rd or worse here, gonna have to try and fight and claw their way back through the field here. It's gonna be interesting to watch. So Reddick and Hamlin have settled into the top two spots. Kyle Busch has ended up settling for third here. Chase Elliott settles into fourth. Byron fifth. Bubba Wallace. Oh, Bubba Wallace just passed William Byron for fifth place. Here we go. Side by side. No, Byron puts up no contest here. I thought Byron was going to put up a little bit of a fight there for to hold off Bubba Wallace. William Byron just lets him right on by here. Now, Ty Gibbs early on has actually clawed back a lot of points if the race were to finish like this, with Ty Gibbs getting stage points in both stages and a top 10 finish. He could claw back a bunch of points on McDowell. The problem is going to be can he finish the race like that? Because he has been up and down a lot this year. So here we go. Alright, watching this battle here as they go through traffic. Looks like Austin Dillon in behind Briscoe here. Briscoe going to the top side of the racetrack. Not sure if that's intentional or if he's tight, but I don't know why he would be trying to go up the track like that. So here we go. Man. So yeah, right now they're only really showing two battles, which really doesn't allow for me to see what's really going on, because there's, I'm sure, more interesting stuff than Logano versus Dillon and the battle for the lead, which is growing to about a half second to a second here at this point. There we go. There goes McDowell to the inside on Noah Gragson here for what spot is that? That's for 13th between Gragson and McDowell. Alright, so here we go. As I say, Ryan Preece is actually looking pretty strong here today. He's, as I say, he qualified solid. He's up inside the top 10 here early. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and put up the race poll, or the stage 1 poll for you guys to go ahead and vote on who you guys think is going to win the stage. I say we do this every race here. Alright, so top 3 is Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin. Kyle Busch. And other. Alright, there we go. There's the race poll. It's going up now. Yeah, let me know who you guys think is going to win this first stage here. Alright, so here we go. Man, so far, Bubba Wallace just passed Kyle, or not Kyle, he passed Chase Elliott and is closing in on Kyle Busch here for the 3rd spot. Wow, he's already up to 4th. I will say, he is doing a great job at clawing his way back into this fight here. I thought Bubba Wallace was potentially going to drift back early, but Martin Truex Jr. ended up being the driver that drifted back early, although it was due to contact with another car. But yeah, as I mentioned though in my video the other day, in order for Bubba Wallace to make the playoffs, because I actually predicted that I don't think he will, it was mainly off the back that I didn't anticipate him necessarily having the best possible day at this track. I kind of expected that Bubba may have some trouble at Richmond here, and having to worry about trying to claw the points back at Michigan, which he could very well do. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one, that's for sure. So we're currently 20 laps into the 70 lap race here. Alright, so there's a Fox getting ready to go. Oh, whoa! The 3-car got really loose and is making contact with a lot of different cars there. Okay. Not sure what's going to happen, but certainly looks like it's going to be an interesting one. Hopefully you guys are excited. If you guys are, hit the like button and subscribe. Fox is going to the commercial break. We're staying here uninterrupted for now. Just kind of waiting it out here, waiting to see what ends up coming out of this race. Real quick, let's get a weather update, because I haven't actually looked at the weather today. And I just want to know before we get rained on that we're going to get rained on. So, yeah, we're checking the weather real quick, just to see what's coming up. Okay, yeah, it looks like clear skies all day at Richmond, so should be some nice clear skies here for a nice sunny race at Richmond. Alright, so here we go. So yeah, right now we're just kind of waiting for the race to get back from the commercial break so we can actually tell you what's going on. But right now, Bubba's closing in on the back bumper of Kyle Busch here. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so here we go. Alright. So Tyler Reddick so far has the fastest lap. 2 full seconds of fall off already? That is ridiculously quick. Alright, so here we go. So Denny Hamlin riding about 0.3 of a second off the back bumper of his manufacturer teammate there, the other Toyota of Tyler Reddick here. Man, can you imagine if Toyota managed to get back Kyle Larson? That would be a super team for sure. Although I think Hendrick already has a pretty good super team being built right now. I mean, they got multiple drivers on very long-term contracts. I think Bowman's the only seat that isn't a lock. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. Alright, we got some people thinking Reddick, some people thinking Kyle Busch, maybe somebody else gonna win this first stage. So clearly it seems like nobody either nobody wants Hamlin to win or nobody thinks Hamlin's gonna win this first stage here. Not sure which one it is, but Mikey McDowell up to 12th here. He's closing in on that top 10. Brian Keselowski enters the top 10 here. But right now, as I said, the TV broadcast is only showing Denny Hamlin, which isn't allowing me to really see anything else that's going on the track. Kyle Larson currently in 13th place, just kind of treading water, it looks like. But yeah, I'm curious to see what ends up happening to the Hendrick duo of Elliott and Byron. If they can't find some adjustments here to try and keep up with Bubba Wallace and the others. It's going to be tough, that's for sure. Alright, so yeah, right now we're just kind of waiting it out here. Let's say tires aren't going to start to be a factor. I would probably pit maybe around lap 35, just guarantee that you have the tire to make it to the end. I'd say that seems like a pretty decent option there. So here we go. Yeah, man, why are they still showing Denny Hamlin? There are plenty of more interesting guys out here. Like, they are so obsessed with this battle for the lead that isn't even really a battle because these two are gonna play nice with each other. Yeah, I mean, teammates, they're gonna play nice, there's no doubt. Turn my fan off for now. But yeah, here we go. Oh, we got guys going all the way up the track. There we go. That's the variation in racing I wanted to see. So you got Ty Gibbs, looks like Harrison Burton against the fence. Where's Kyle Larson? Do you know Larson's going to be up there against the fence? Same thing with Reddick. You know, we'll have to wait and see, but... Oh, the two of Austin and Cindric getting into the 31 of Haley, potentially getting close to cutting that tire down. Especially if he's not careful about being gentle with the car and where he places it. Alright, here we go. So right now they are gonna be, as I said, this tire fall off is gonna be significant. I'm curious to see what ends up happening to the back half of the field here as we start to get the leaders catching them. All right, so here we go. So Denny Hamlin, I mean, Reddick is starting to gap Denny Hamlin, but Denny Hamlin's not getting caught by the other drivers, which seems to tell me that they're both kind of gapping the 8 car of Kyle Busch. The 8 of Kyle Busch, the 23 of Bubba Wallace. Seems like it's just blowing them off as and starting to gap the field here. Alright. So they're going to commercial break yet again. We're going to try and stay uninterrupted here. But yeah, right now though, we're just past the halfway point. Alright, just past the halfway point here in the race. Hopefully you guys are excited for this one. Again, let me know who you guys think is going to win this race. I'd love to hear who you guys' early race picks are. I know my pre-race pick was Kyle Busch, and he's gotten to third. He's gotten settled into third place, and then hasn't really made any sort of progress since then. There we go. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about Oppenheimer. Is that movie actually any good? Like, does anybody know if it's good or not? I mean, don't spoil it, but just asking if that movie is actually any good or not. But right now we're just kind of waiting for the commercial breaks to get over because there isn't much we can really get from watching the top 10 not change lap after lap. Oh, Bubba Wallace passes Kyle Busch for third, making it a 1-2-3 for Toyota. There's something happening. Bubba Wallace passes Kyle Busch for the third spot. Yikes. Alright, but yeah, here we go. So we're back from commercial break. Hopefully we'll get a replay of how Kyle Busch got passed, because I feel like it's going to be an interesting tale of how Kyle Busch got passed by Bubba Wallace here. Gran Turismo is a movie I really want to go see, though. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so here we go. Wow. I'm impressed with Stenhouse. He's managed to maintain. Not only has he been able to maintain a top 10 pace, although he is currently 11th place, he's also been able to maintain his top 16 spot in points here. Alright. Let's see. Where's AJ Allmendinger? He's moved up 10 spots. Okay. He's moved up 10 spots after 50 laps, though. I mean, that's a lot of laps for him to have moved up the grid and hasn't been able to really make a ton happen with it. But yeah, I mean, Allmendinger in behind Truex, that looks a lot better than it is. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, that's a weird one. The fact that Allmendinger ended up skipping Cup qualifying yesterday. Also, just got an NFL update there, but that's not very important because who cares about the NFL? But yeah, the Xfinity Series race at Road America yesterday was amazing. I mean, it was pretty much everything you could want out of a road course race. A good finish, a first-time winner, multiple driver errors that led to lead changes at the end. And I will say, I kind of wish that the front two had stayed mistake-free. That way we could have seen them just continue to keep running here. And Byron now makes the pass on Kyle Busch. So Elliott, Harvick, and Byron have all now passed Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is fading. He's fading fast. That is not good. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so here we go. Suarez, where is Suarez running? Oh, wow. McDowell has such a nice points lead right now. They just showed the cut line battle. As they run right now, McDowell has 24 points above the cut line. If he can exit this weekend plus 20 or more, that'll be really nice. Alright, so right now we're 14 laps to go here in stage number 1. So far, though, those Toyotas that managed to get to the front of the field early look to be very good. I'm curious to see what ends up happening when Ty Gibbs, though, he's holding on to that 10th spot. But here we go. Man. Let's see. Reddick trying to make some passes. He's stuck in lap traffic right now, but I'm gonna say right now Reddick does not look like he's gonna get challenged too easily. Let's see, I'm gonna grab a couple Gatorades so when we get to the end of the stage here. But yeah, right now we're just kind of working our way through here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I know I am. Alright, so here we go. Hey Eric, how's it going? Alright, so here we are. So yeah, Ryan Preece is gonna need a win if he wants to make the playoffs. But hey, at least he's showing some fight here. He's not gonna go down without a fight. It's always kind of the worry whenever you have a young guy like him on the track. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so let's see what happened. So they're showing an issue between Ryan Preece and Corey LaJoy. Oh yeah, the last crash of the night. So right now they're just showing that fight between those two on the pit road afterwards. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. Wow. Did Kyle Busch pit? I think no, he's just dropping spots. Kyle Busch, did he pit? I'm really curious. Kyle Busch may have pit here with 7 to go in the stage. I say either that or he's just losing a ton of spots really quickly here because he's now in 11th place. Yeah, that's what I want to know. What happened to Kyle? Alright, so here we go. Kyle Busch. Alright, let's see. Man. Alright, so he hasn't pit yet. He's just struggling, though. That's a really cool looking sponsor, but yeah. This is his second best track based on number of wins, because behind Bristol. But yeah, here we go. So we think Reddick's gonna win this stage. It looks very likely here, because unless Hamlin or Truex decide they want to try and catch right up and they're gonna fight out of it. Alright, so here we go. So they're talking about, so they've got an on-screen promo for the South Point 400. And now we're just trying to get through this thing. Come on. Let's go, Reddick. Let's lap Daniel Suarez here. Come on. I say right now, Suarez is putting up a good fight here to stay on the lead lap. He's gonna ultimately lose his lap. I think that's pretty much a given here. So here we go. Bubba to the outside of Denny Hamlin here. Bubba is looking like he might try and clear this thing. I say he was second at the line. We take the white flag here. Tyler Reddick, it's either lapping Suarez or it's not lapping him. You won't be able to lap anybody else. Alright, here we go. Suarez stays on lead lap. Tyler Reddick taking the stage win. Bubba Wallace comes home second. Denny Hamlin third. Fourth, Chase Elliott. Running at top 5 is Kevin Harvick. Sixth place ended up being Ryan Preece. 7th, William Byron. 8th, Eric Almirola. 9th ends up being Brad Keselowski. And 10th ends up being Ty Gibbs over Michael McDowell. That's awful. Ow. I was hoping that Michael McDowell was going to be able to steal one of those points, or at the very least, it wasn't going to go to another bubble driver. But hey, you know what? Bubba got some important stage points there. And I'm going to go run a quick ad myself, and I'm going to grab some Gatorade, and I'll be right back. I'm back. We got ourselves some Gatorade, so hopefully, yeah, will help energize us, because that stage was way too short. Like, if we're going to be going for 400 laps, why was this first stage so short? Especially when the second stage is over double it. Like, literally, the first stage is half the length of stage 2. Actually, less than, because stage 2 is 160 laps. I mean, it'll definitely play better with the pit stop that happens. But I mean, the 100-lap stage, you had a pretty perfect formula, because you had guys who could pit in the middle there. All right, here we go. Reddick gets a nice pit stop there. Reddick wins race off pit road. Bubba Wallace. What? It says Bubba Wallace took 2 tires. Why did he take 2 tires if he wasn't going to be able to pass his teammate anyway? That seems like a weird combo. That shouldn't be the case. Alright, so here we go. They go to a commercial break. Here we're kind of waiting to see what the actual lineup's going to look like. But I'm hoping McDowell can start earning a couple stage points here, kind of pad that lead over Allmendinger. But Bubba is running well, and as I said, I thought he might lose points here, and that was kind of one of the bigger reasons why I thought he may end up losing his playoff spot in my video that I posted yesterday. So, yeah, it's looking a little bit like this, so. There we go. Alright, here we go. We're getting ready, though, for the start of stage number 2. Hopefully you guys are excited. If you guys are, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are excited for more. Alright, so here we go. So, oh yeah, and the stage 1 poll, I almost forgot to do that. Luckily, nobody went and thought to vote after the stage was already done. But yeah, I'll wait till probably about lap 80 or so in stage 2, because like there's just so many laps. You know what? Hey, how about this? We'll make a deal. First caution of stage 2 will go and put up a poll for the race. So, yeah, so the second and third stages are both over here. 160 and then 170 laps in the final stage. I will say I do agree with the guys in the booth about this one. So yeah, I think in stage 2 you try and do the one-stop strategy, and then in stage 2 you can adapt as to which one actually worked better. I think that'll be your better bet long run here. And the 2311 teammates share the front row as we go back to green flag racing in Richmond. So, green flag is out. We are racing once again here in Richmond, Virginia. Man, I wish I could have been at this race. I love this track so much. Although I definitely prefer it as a night race. You know, man, I mean, 2018 was beautiful with 2 night races on the schedule for Richmond. Might have been a little much, but hey, you know what? It was better than nothing. Here we go. Bubba Wallace peeking out. Bubba Wallace to the lead. And we have seen our first competitive lead change here. Bubba Wallace has taken the lead. If Bubba Wallace wins today, that flips the entire playoff schedule because that means that there's now only one realistic spot on the line, barring surprise winner at Indy Road Course, Watkins Glen, or Daytona. Michigan could have a surprise winner, although I think the only real big surprise that we could have seen at Michigan would be either Chase Elliott or Bubba Wallace, which if Bubba wins today, that'll only leave one real surprise winner probably at Michigan. Although we could see a bunch of surprise winners and potentially start bumping out and start focusing this playoff picture battle at the RFK guys, because those RFK guys, they're above the cut line, but they have yet to win this year. We've kind of been talking about them as if they're locked into the playoffs already, because I don't see there being that many surprise winners, but there is no question that there very easily could be that many surprise winners here. So here we go. So Denny Hamlin, he's dropped back a lot of spots already, though. That's not going to be great. Michael McDowell up into the top 10. Nice to see McDowell finally potentially earning some stage points, but he's going to have to earn a lot if he wants to try and claw any gap on Bubba Wallace. Now, the big thing is being able to gain some on Allmendinger at the very least, which Allmendinger is running who knows where right now. You know what? Let's see where Allmendinger is running. AJ Allmendinger is still 24th place in point, or on the track, I mean, not in points. So, as I mentioned, it's going to be hard to pass here, and that's why I said that I think Allmendinger was pretty stupid for his choice here to stay on the racetrack. Now, I'm not surprised at all to see this one. Alright, so here we go. So far the top line, I will say the top lane looks a lot better at Richmond than the bottom lane has. So, as I say, this is going to be a multi-groove track, it looks like, throughout the day today. We'll have to wait and see, but I think it could be an interesting one, that's for sure. Alright, so here we go. Hamlin and Elliott battling it out for 4th place here in the race. Brad Keselowski's up to 3rd already. He's going to be trying to run down the two 2311 cars here for 1st and 2nd. But yeah, so far though, the Toyotas, they qualified well. Logano finally making that appearance up in the top 10, but realistically, I mean, there are still 4 Toyotas in the top 10, which 4 out of 6 is not a bad ratio inside the top 10. One would just imagine that it would be 5 or even possibly all 6 Toyotas in the top 10 here at this point in this race. Alright, so what happened to Noah Gragson? Let's see. Oh no, Gregson just dragged his tire. I don't know what ended up happening there. Yeah, not sure what led to that. The replay they showed didn't look like anything that should have led to the tire locking up like that. Alright, so here we go. Let's see, Larson making his way through the middle of the field here. He's up to trying to pass Eric Jones here in the middle of the field. Not sure what position that's for right now, but Bubba Wallace leads at Richmond. And he's starting to gap his teammate too. Wow, he actually has some distance over he has some distance over Tyler Reddick right now. Alright, so here we go. But yeah, so here we go. We're just kind of waiting right now. We're under commercial break, so I can't see the track. Mike McDowell has dropped to 9th place here. He was up to 7th or 8th. Potentially McDowell either trying to save to make it to a long run, or his tires are already wearing out, which would indicate a potential run at the short side of the pit stop. And considering his normal attitude about saving, I would normally assume that that Michael McDowell would probably try and conserve as much tire as possible to try and run it long, rather than trying the aggressive strategy. This is just not naturally his style to run hyper aggressive and trying to force passes to happen that really aren't even there. And now he's lost his spot to Joey Logano. It's going to be Michael McDowell on the edge of the top 10 here. Alright, so here we go. Man, so I'm curious to know what is happening with, can we put a camera back in the pack on someone like, I don't know, Michael McDowell? Alright, here we go. Ooh, wow. He's got over a second and a half on his teammate. Are you kidding me? What on earth did Bubba put in that car? Carrot juice? I mean, I don't know if a car would actually run all that fast on carrot juice, but yeah. It's what I said. And we're going with it. We'll go with it. Bubba's car is definitely running on carrot juice. And that's why it's so fast. I guarantee you, nobody's ever tried it, so we can't say for sure that it wouldn't work. Okay, yeah, we could probably say that pretty safely it won't work. Oh, man, that's sad. I didn't realize, I had seen that Freddie Kraft had a personal matter and was not going to be at the track this weekend. He lost his father. Okay, that I hadn't heard what the personal thing was, and I didn't think we would hear about it. At least not for a week or two. But no, okay, that's perfectly good reason to be away from the track. Obviously, hope he can be back at the track soon. But yeah, that's not an easy thing for anybody to go through. So thoughts of the Kraft family there. even though I'm not the biggest fan of his podcast, that's mainly because of one of the other hosts of it, not him in particular. Freddie's probably actually my favorite guy on that podcast. But the Door Bumper Clear podcast, I mean, yeah, the Brett Griffin is not my favorite, is probably the reason why I don't like that podcast very much. Pretty sure he's the other guy on there, or one of the other spotters on there. But yeah, here we go. All right, let's see. So Buescher is now taking that spot from McDowell here. Is McDowell going to continue to drift further back? Is what happened? Kyle Busch and McDowell both drifted back at this point. And it's hard to go back in front. Whoa, wait a minute. Hold up. Did I just see what I think I saw? Is Bub Wallace about to lap Christopher Bell? NASCAR, can we get a camera on that? Please. I need to know. Is Bub Wallace about to lap Christopher Bell? Right, where's Christopher Bell running? Okay, maybe not, I guess. Who's the last car in lead lap? Noah Gragson. And everybody else is only one lap down, so it would either be McLeod, Gragson, or I was seeing things. But it looked like Bubba Wallace was right in behind a car that looked just like that white and red Mag Tools car for Christopher Bell today. So here we go. See, right now, it's actually really interesting to see Chris Buescher now up in the points, trying to earn some of these points. Alright, so far, Kyle Larson's won both paved traditional short tracks this year with the his wins at Richmond and Martinsville in the spring. I think you should definitely be factoring in some Gateway or Darlington results too into that short track success, because those tracks definitely race a lot more like Richmond than Martinsville or Bristol do, even though they're shorter for the comparison. Same thing with, as I just mentioned, similarly also to Loudon, where a lot of that setup potentially could cross over. Alright, so here we go. Let's say we're already 40 laps into this run. I'm impressed that this run is going green as well as it has. Okay, why is Allmendinger trending on Twitter? I gotta know. What's going on with AJ Allmendinger that Allmendinger is trending on Twitter? So, yeah, not sure why Allmendinger is trending on Twitter. I was looking for like a big news story or something that popped out. I didn't even see anything about the controversy about him running Xfinity yesterday instead of qualifying. I didn't even see anything like that. I wanted to find something because I was hoping there'd be something cool to talk about, but apparently not. Guess that was all just smoke and mirrors. I guess anything can end up trending. But here we go. So Michael McDowell's drifted back to 13th now. He's 10 seconds back to the lead. He's certainly, I think he should be looking at a short run here. But yeah, right now though, it's just kind of a game plan here. Yeah, not really sure as to what I'm going to end up doing for some other stuff, but yeah, I got quite a few projects on the table. Actually, while I'm on Twitter, I want to check my check the tweet I put out the other day asking about a video idea for next week. Because next week we have one less race. Let me see what's going on here. So I tweeted a bunch during the Xfinity race. Alright, there we go. So still nobody's actually voted on the poll on the Twitter side of things. I put out a similar poll on YouTube though, so if you guys want to have your voice heard about what you want to see with the race or with the content for next week, let me know. I can link the let me see if I can link the poll here in the chat. But yeah, it's just a YouTube post over on the community tab. It's my way of trying to integrate you guys into the content for. Yeah, let me see. Content. I'm gonna see if I can link you guys the post here. So there are a few votes actually on this one. But yeah, so here was the link to the YouTube community post where you guys can go ahead and give me your feedback on the what you guys want to see for content next week, potentially. I threw in a few different video ideas. I'm also open to hearing some other ideas in the comments section on that post. Just know that, like, for example, just up and traveling to the race for the weekend isn't exactly an option. At least not at this point in my career. I'm certainly not able to just drop everything and head to where it's in Michigan next week. So yeah, I'm not able to just up and drop everything to go to Michigan. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's something upcoming. Trying to think if there's anything else I'm working on. Hoping to maybe try and get some kind of gameplay video going. Tyler Reddick on pit road. Tyler Reddick to pit road. First guy to come to pit road. Brad Keselowski. Chase Elliott. Oh, whoa. There was some smoke there, too. No spin, though, luckily. So, Reddick, Keselowski, Elliott, Buescher, the first four. Larson comes to pit road. Keselowski takes 4, and he is done already with his pit stop. Reddick's a little further down pit road, so potentially his pit stop will take longer. Cindric, Bubba Wallace, Gregson, Amarola, all on pit road right now. Man, there's a lot of people on pit road right now. So, Bubba Wallace, Amarola. And that promotes Michael McDowell back up into that fight for a little while now. And here we go. You're re-entering the track. It's Kyle Larson. Everybody's favorite driver. Kyle Larson. Oh, there's Kyle Busch on pit road. Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, AJ Allmendinger, Justin Haley. In this next wave of guys coming to pit road here. I think pretty much all these guys, especially pitting at this point, they are all on the two-stop strategy here, where they will pit twice in this same stage. Eric Jones comes to pit road. Briscoe, William Byron, Harrison Burton, as well in this wave of green flag stops. So who all is not making this strategy call? That's my question. So Mike McDowell might have been just saving tire then when he was losing a ton of spots, similarly to what happened to Hamlin. We'll just have to wait and see how it all kind of cycles out. Chastain to pit road. JJ Yaley to pit road. Suarez up into the top 10 now. Martin Truex Jr. up into the top 10 for a minute. So far, it looks like the top 10 is all that hasn't pit so far. Because Bubba Wallace is already pit and he's in 11th place, so. Oh no, Eric Almirola with a speeding penalty, or what kind of penalty was it? Oh, it was a commitment line violation for Eric Almirola, not speeding, my bad. So, Eric Almirola comes to pit road for that. Kevin Harvick comes for tires. Hamlin comes for tires. That seems early for Hamlin. I thought Hamlin was trying this one-stop strategy of pitting right in the middle of the stint, but I don't know. This is pretty early for that. Same thing with Ty Gibbs coming to pit road there. Same thing with Joey Logano coming out of pit road here as well on the outside of Tony Stewart. All right, so let's see. Here's the commitment line. Yeah, the right side tires both missed the commitment box, so. So here we go. So, here comes 12 on the way out of pit road. So Christopher Bell now coming to pit road as well. I don't know. Right now, it just seems weird. Like Mike McDowell can just run. I mean, he's losing time to the leaders every lap he's out here. But if he can make it on one stop, he might be able to make it work. Alright, so here we go. Uh-oh. Christopher Bell hit with a penalty for something. He's coming down pit road for a pass-through penalty. What is happening? And that is a really bad day for Christopher Bell, made worse by a penalty. I mean, he was already pretty much the only irrelevant car in the race for the Joe Gibbs camp. But now he's definitely irrelevant at this point. Alright, so here we go. Hopefully you guys are excited for this race. I know I am. We have pretty much concluded this first round of pit stops, except for a couple of notables. Michael McDowell is still out there on old tires. MTJ is still out there, and Daniel Suarez. Those three are the three guys who I would say... Are they the only ones? Let's see. Yeah, they're the only three. So... So these are the only three people who haven't chosen to come to pit road to this point. Alright, so here we go. They're going to commercial break. We're gonna stay commercial free here for a minute. You know, trying to not overwhelm you guys with too many ads here. But thank you guys, by the way, for everybody that's tuning in. We've had 123 people tune in throughout the course of the night, and we got 7 people in here right now. Let me know who you guys are picking to win this one. I'd love to hear your guys' race picks and maybe even some crazy justification for why you guys think somebody has this race in the bag. Right now, Kyle Busch should be top 10 if we restack the list the way that we normally do. because Kyle Busch currently 11th, but with the three guys who have stayed out on old tires to this point, he would be up into 7th or 8th place here if they when those guys do eventually come to pit road. I'm curious to know how long these drivers come. Oh, and here comes Mike McDowell. I think that's come to pit road, or is that him just getting passed on the racetrack? Let's see. It hasn't updated that he's pit yet. But he's lost now spots to Brad Keselowski on top of the other two. Alright, so here we go. They're back from commercial break, which means we finally get to figure out what caused McDowell to tank like he has. I think it might have just been him being off a pace. Because, yeah, that pace that the rest of these drivers are setting is electric. Alright, so here we go. And there's a lot of there's still 4 Toyotas up in this top 5 fight, or top 7 fighting for it. So right now, McDowell, Truex, and Suarez are definitely your 3 to watch here. Did Suarez come to pit road? So, again, this is definitely a gamble for the 99 team to try and to put themselves in position for some points, because they knew that they were losing points to MTJ by doing nothing and to do less than nothing is hard. Not impossible, but hard. Alright, here we go. So right now they're just talking about Daniel Suarez here, and yeah, there's not much really to talk about. He's trying to claw back some of these points that are massively important, especially for him to make the playoffs. And alright, so here we go. And Mike McDowell hits pit road here at lap 75. Little bit before halfway in the stage. So I'm going to just go ahead and put up the poll, and I'm going to use the top 3 now that we have top 3 are all non-pit stop. Who wins stage 2? Bubba, Wallace, Tyler Reddick, alright, so let's see who else we got. We got Brad K. Brad Kez. Alright, so there we go. So there's your poll for the stage winner. Who do you guys think wins stage number 2 here? So we got the poll up. Hopefully you guys are excited for the end of this one. I'm curious to see how the strategy ends up playing out for some of these guys. Mike McDowell's already pit for his stop. So yeah, I'm curious to know how the pitting in the middle strategy works versus pitting off center here, in theory, where you pit early and then you pit again late. So right now we're just kind of waiting to see when's the next bullet gonna be bitten here. So Corey LaJoie is on pit road for whatever reason. Alright, so yeah, right now I'm just kind of waiting to see. So we're getting close to the window where the second round of pit stops might be starting here. I'd say about 15 laps until we hit that point. Here we go. So Truex is trying to muscle his way past. Daniel Suarez bites the bullet and comes to pit road. Daniel Suarez comes to pit road. This is going to end his shot to try and make it on one stop. Although I think he might actually be able to make it from here. Alright, so here we go. So Kyle Busch is up to 7th here. As I said, he would be top 10 if we got all those lap cars, or if we got all the cars who hadn't pit yet out the way. So yeah, right now though, that inside line is really starting to kind of dominate the race here for a little bit. Alright, so here we go. Keselowski waiting for a mistake from Reddick or Bubba Wallace here to try and capitalize and take the race. Alright, they're going to commercial break. I'm going to throw a quick commercial break to go use the bathroom, and I will be right back. We'll probably be back with about 60 laps to go. Hopefully we won't miss any pit stops. Alright. Here we go. We're back, and they're not even back from commercial break yet. Oh, Tyler Reddick got passed while we were gone, though. And they're back from commercial break. Okay, we were right about perfect timing, and Keselowski... So Keselowski and Reddick fighting side by side for the lead. Looks like Keselowski's going to win out on that battle. And, yeah, so they're showing, they're showing off William Byron and Liberty University's sponsor plug there. So, yeah, we don't have any sponsors quite yet. I'm close on a couple of sponsorship potential options. Just trying to find the right fit, not just any fit. But, yeah. Let's see what we got going on here. So if Keselowski could win here, that would end his shot. And say you wouldn't have to worry about getting bumped out the playoffs here. But I'm curious to see. All right, where is the first driver like McDowell? Where are they running? Because they're not showing them. All right, you know what? When they don't want to show it, I get to go diving through the results so far. Mike McDowell in 24th place, 1 lap down, is currently the best of the pit at lap 140 somethings. So you have McDowell in 24th, Truex in 25th, and Suarez in 30th are your 3 guys who kind of stayed out the longest on that last set of green flag stops. And we're currently coming up on lap number 100 here in this stage alone, which is impressive. So Ty Gibbs up inside that top 10. Bubba Wallace putting on an impressive day. He may have a really good points day here. We'll have to wait and see if something does go wrong, though. That's kind of the question, because things can go wrong in a hurry at this track. But he's already got 9 points in the bank. Nothing can go wrong with those points. Alright, so here we go. I'm actually kind of impressed with how this race is going so far. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Man, the Toyota drivers, I mean, hey, I mentioned, this is a Toyota track. 1st, 3rd, 4th, 9th for the Toyotas. MTJ has dropped back quite a bit, and Ty Gibbs hits pit road. Ty Gibbs comes to pit road to start this next cycle of stops. Gibbs, Bowman, both on pit road. And yeah, here comes the 19 here to try and unlap himself. And wait, MTJ actually ended up passing McDowell. I thought he might just use McDowell as a battering ram to try and just get through the field, but MTJ took the spot from McDowell, so MTJ theoretically will cycle back to the lead here. Hey, Patrick, how's it going? You're at work but listening. Okay, well, hey, thank you for stopping by. We're happy to have you. Bubba Wallace is leading at Richmond. Who had that one pegged? Which reminds me, I want to check my fantasy lineup real quick while I'm thinking about it, and we're closing in here on the end of stage number 2. Fantasy Live. So I'm thinking I'll move Elliott in, and let me just see how I'm doing. It's kind of hit or miss for a lot of people. Now, a lot more pit stops there. Keselowski, Buescher, Jones, Dillon, Austin Dillon, Bubba Wallace, Amarola, Briscoe. Lots of people on pit road. Newman, McLeod. Just more bodies on pit road there. They aren't necessarily contenders. Chastain on pit road. AJ Allmendinger on pit road. There are some contenders there. Okay, Kevin Harvick comes to pit road. Alright, so here we go. And Reddick comes to pit road. Stenhouse hits pit road. Larson hits pit road. Lots of people hitting pit road. And Truex and Michael McDowell looking like they might cycle to 1 and 2 here in the running order. So Denny Hamlin, Logano, Blaney, the top 3 drivers who have yet to pit here. That's going to be the storyline coming down the end of this race, is going to be this pit strategy, because once we complete this second stage, we reset the counter and we start doing the same strategy again, where it's about, do you pit 1 or 2 times? Except for we'll have a certified correct opinion at that point, because we'll know what worked in stage 2. Now, it isn't guaranteed that it'll work a second time, but it's at least proven success, which is always nice. But yeah, here we go. Joey Logano on pit road. Denny Hamlin hits pit road. Ryan Blaney hits pit road, and that will cycle MTJ to the race lead here. Curious that they are showing Keselowski up there in the top spot. Or not top spot, in second place here, behind Truex. I find it weird that he's already gotten up there and passed Mike McDowell after an additional stop. Christopher Bell on pit road here. So Truex, Keselowski, McDowell. Maybe Keselowski just didn't pit yet, and Truex has passed him on merit. That would be alarming, but yeah. Oh, no, yeah. Keselowski has already made his final stop, so he's got fresher tires. Keselowski is going to blow by, and it's going to be hard for anyone to run him down here. All right, here we go. We're going to have to wait and see, but they're going to commercial break. Sounds like Truex and Michael McDowell might be fighting just to stay on the lead lap here with the pace that they are currently running at, which is not good. But right now, though, So we're just kind of waiting this one out. All right, Michael McDowell, if you can just maintain this lead lap, again, I'm thinking that the fact that we have an extra set of tires is the big thing I like from McDowell with this strategy. If we can stay on the lead lap, the extra set of tires will be golden because we will get a chance to use them. I don't think we're going to see this thing run green or almost, yeah, we aren't going to see this thing run caution free, instant free all day long. So here we go. Oh man. So right now the all the Toyota guys are kind of settling in here to the top of the field here, except for Christopher Bell, because Bell's got a long way to go. So here we go. And they're back from commercial break. That felt really short. I will say credit to NASCAR and NBC and USA Network for these ad breaks being fairly short and not feeling like we're missing 5 million years worth of information. Unlike, because I know I was complaining last week about the timing of the timing of the commercials. But yeah, here we go. But yeah, here we go. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Kyle Busch still running up inside the top 10 here. Mike McDowell holding on to that top 10 spot still so far. How many laps got left to go? 40. Ew, that's going to be a lot of laps to try and hold off. But if Mike McDowell can hold on to at least a lead lap spot, again, we don't need points. We just need lead lap spot. McDowell might be able to hold on here. But yeah, here we go. So right now we're just kind of waiting it out here, waiting to see what's going to happen here. Truex and McDowell, they're going to continue sliding down the leaderboard here. McDowell slid back to 8th already, now 9th. He's going to continue sliding. And I say, then he should be pretty used to his hometown crowd booing him at this point. I mean, I remember in, what was it, 2016? Or not 2016, 2017. He got booed by his hometown fans twice. He got booed here at Richmond after getting the win encumbered at Darlington when he won the Southern 500 in 2017. And then he got booed again in Martinsville. Not the same track, but same rough area, same state of Virginia, but he got booed there for the infamous Chase Elliott Martinsville incident that really kind of kicked off the traditional Chase Elliott rivalry with Denny Hamlin here. And Michael McDowell back to 10th place here. He's continuing again to slide, but as long as he stays lead lap, there's something that can be pulled off. So Truex has actually found speed in that spot. Nice. Alright, let's see. Michael McDowell now down to 11th place. He's losing a lot of spots, but honestly, as long as he isn't losing spots to, I mean, the biggest one is the fact that he's losing spots right now to Ty Gibbs. But yeah, if Ty Gibbs is, if Ty Gibbs is inside that top 10, he's gonna be earning some points, but we have the whole final stage before the actual race results get sent out. Alright, here we go. So right now, though, again, if McDowell could just stop falling further and further back, he's already 17 seconds back, though. What's laps looking like? 25 seconds, so looks like, honestly, his laps are only either within half a second of the leader's lap time, at least. But, yeah. So, McDowell could end up, finishing on the lead lap here at the end of the stage and having something go his way. Alright, so here we go. So, right now, the hard thing with the side-by-side commercials is they only show a very small amount of camera angles. And you never really know which cars you're seeing, because, especially this week, like, what is this paint scheme for Denny Hamlin? Teal and yellow? Like, those aren't Denny Hamlin's colors. And McDowell has now slid back to 13th place. Ooh, come on, McDowell, don't slide too much further. Actually, you know what? We're going to, just for the meantime, I'm going to... Oh. Alright, it's going to have me sign in real quick. And then I'm going to flag a couple of drivers that we want to follow here throughout this race. Alright, so we're flagging McDowell here, and I'm going to flag Martin Truex Jr. It'll look a little weird, but I want to flag those two and see where they're running, at least throughout the remainder of this stage. Hey, I'm also biased towards another crappy driver who drives a Ford most of the time when he has a Ford as a choice. Patrick. And yes, I think we both know who that was meant to be a shot at. But yeah, I'm just flagging those two for right now. That way we can track them no matter how far back they drift. It'll look a little weird for right now just because I didn't size it originally. But yeah, Keselowski currently leading over Tyler Reddick, Buescher, Hamlin, Bubba Wallace all the way back in 5th place. So he really didn't get the best of that rotation. Kyle Busch up into 6th place though. He was my pre-race pick, was Kyle Busch. I just wanted to see. I want to make sure I know how this is going to end up cycling here. I think when we get to this, I think when we get through stage 2, I think that's when we may start to see more and more yellows coming out. All right, here we go. Let's see. So currently 23 seconds. Uh-oh. McDowell is on the verge of going lap down here. So McDowell is 23 back. Truex is only 14 back. So Truex is definitely stabilized better than Mike McDowell, but hopefully NASCAR will put a camera on McDowell because I want to watch the battle for the lead lap, and I think it will be important here. Yeah, as we get down with less than 20 laps to go in this stage, and 20 laps go by pretty quick here. Oh, hey, okay, you'll be streaming tonight. Okay, well, hey, I'll be tuning in. If any of you guys watching are interested, what you streaming tonight, Patrick? So you're streaming more Dirt to Daytona, NASCAR Heat 5. What you streaming? And all right, Brad Keselowski continues to lead here, and we're gonna just kind of keep an eye on this battle for the stage here. So right now, though, again, I'm keeping an eye because right now they're running 25.6s. The leader just ran a 25.6. Michael McDowell is currently 24.5 back, so he's about 1 second away from getting lapped, which is not good. He has. Good thing is that he's got 2 cars between him and the lead lap, and those 2 drivers are gonna put up a heck of a fight. You got Byron and you got Larson in between him and the tail end and going out a lap down. Now, granted, they could pass him, which would not be great, but yeah. So we see him either drop to 19th or 20th, or until we hear about Larson going a lap down. I think we're pretty safe for McDowell to maybe have a lead lap finish in the stage here. But yeah, he is losing time though a lot here. I'm just kind of keeping an eye over here. And oh, Ryan Blaney actually just fought back onto the lead lap here. So and yep, here we go. This is what I wanted to see. This is the camera angle. 3 wide in front of the leader. 4 wide for the tail end of the lead lap here. You got Larson, you got Blaney, you got Byron, and you got McDowell. 4 wide in front of the leader. Now they're in a cluster 5 wide. And Mike McDowell so high up on the racetrack. I don't know if he's gonna have. He's gonna actually get a pretty good run down the straightaway, but it's gonna be hard to try and hold off Brad Keselowski here. But maybe the traffic in the bottom lane will hold him back a little. But there might need to be a vote. Hey, good use of the. I say, go ahead and use the NASCAR, or not the NASCAR, but the YouTube community tab. Every creator has access to the to community posts where you can put up a poll. So that'd be a good way to put up a vote. Or you could wait until literally you go and put up the live stream to put up a vote. But I think having an idea what you're going to play before you start the stream might be a better option. So, McDowell did ultimately go a lap down in the middle of all that. Now, question is, does Keselowski end up getting to the end of this stage? Because, well, he's on fresher tires. He shouldn't be at risk of blowing one. So, I'm going to go ahead and unmark the Martin. I'm going to unmark Michael McDowell here. I'm going to keep MTJ marked for right now because I want to keep an eye on where he ends up finishing the stage. And if Michael McDowell can actually be the free pass, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It will hurt because it means he won't be able to get on the lead lap if he doesn't get the free pass. But yeah, if he's able to get that free pass, it would be a massive help. Problem is he has no tires or track position compared to the other guys ahead of him here. Allmendinger up another 13 spots here. Let's see, where's Allmendinger running? I see him up 13 spots. Oh, that's 13 spots from the start of the race. Oh, that's not very far at all. He was up 10 spots an hour ago when we last saw his name pop up as one of the biggest movers, so... I will say, Martin Truex Jr. is doing an amazing job of maintaining a top 10 spot here. I mean, honestly, we don't even need to keep Martin Truex Jr. marked if he's gonna be inside the top 10. Like I say, we can go ahead and return that to normal. So, here we go. So, who's going to be the first car a lap down? That's going to be a fun one. Because now that's 3 Hendrick cars now a lap down. Wait, where's Chase Elliott? Is that all 4 Hendrick cars a lap down? Because they're not battling it out. Bowman gets into the... kind of forced his teammate really wide there. It's pretty close to the end of the stage. Chase Elliott is 14th and on the lead lap, so Chase Elliott is the best running Hendrick car here right now, but man, certainly looks like it's going to be a rough day for Hendrick Motorsports. And here we go. Around the outside looks like, I see Michael McDowell trying something there on the high side. Because unless we get a really lucky yellow for Michael McDowell, we're not getting this lap back. Because we'll need a short yellow and or a very lucky set of circumstance to get us into the free pass position. And here we go. White flag is out for Brad Keselowski. So Brad Keselowski on pace to win stage number 2, but the battle for the free pass position between Hendrick teammates. Alex Bowman on the bottom. To the top goes Kyle Larson. Alex Bowman going to be able to hold off here on the bottom. Alex Bowman gets the free pass as Brad Keselowski wins the stage with his teammate Chris Buescher coming home second. And that is some impressive racing, honestly. I mean... So, looks like we had one person who was accurate on the prediction that Brad Keselowski wins that stage. But I don't think anyone really predicted that it was going to be an RFK 1-2 there. But, man, that's a bummer that McDowell got trapped now a lap down. So, we'll have to try and figure something out to get him back on the lead lap later. I just don't know what the strategy is going to be outside of just... ridiculous luck. So, just gonna throw a quick commercial break in here and we'll be back in like 3 seconds. Alright, so here we go. So yeah, we're under caution for only the second time today for the 2 stages. So it was the 2 RFK guys, 1-2, Busher and Keselowski. Then you had Reddick and Bubba, so ironically the top 4 spots all filled by 2 two-car teams. Then you had Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch, former Gibbs teammates, in 5th and 6th. Ryan Preece running very well. Martin Truex Jr. holding on very well with his extra set of tires in the back. I think MTJ could be a real threat to win this thing if he with that set of tires. Ty Gibbs in 9th, getting some extra stage points that he needs. And then Joey Logano finishing 10th, getting the last stage point. Austin Dillon hanging around inside in 11th. He's building towards the right direction because you need to have winning speed eventually, and the first step to building winning speed is building top 10 speed, which is not easy. Kevin Harvick in 12th, he's just kind of turning laps. Kind of weird to see Kevin Harvick not be the top Stewart-Haas Racing driver in a race. And they're back from their commercial break, which makes this a whole lot easier. Here we go. Crew's up on the wall. We're getting ready for the big set of pit stops here. Could change the course of this race. Man, I mean, because you can't take the wave around here because you stayed out way too long on that extra set of tires to try and stay on the lead lap. I can't think of anything else that really McDowell could do right now outside of catching a very lucky caution when he happens to be ahead of all the other cars a lap down. But yeah, here we go. Keselowski, Busher, Reddick, no change on the front few. Kyle Busch gains 1. Hamlin loses 1. Ty Gibbs gains 2. So a few changes there. Man, gotta love loving the fact that work is deciding to make everything more cramped. But yeah, here we go. But yeah, Patrick, if you do end up doing a vote, I'm curious as to what your options would be. I'm guessing Dirt to Daytona and NASCAR Heat 5 would be 2 of them. And then I'm guessing some of your other games like Destiny 2, I know you've been talking about wanting to stream. Not sure what else. Also, Patrick, we doing anything for the Madden release next this coming next month? Or no, because I'm definitely thinking about doing something myself for the Madden release. That will be on my second channel though. So I do have I'm gonna try and get my gaming channel back up and going once. But yeah, at least I might try and get it back up and going. It's hard because trying to balance work and life. Also, how on earth does DealDash.com even work? Like, how on earth is it possible that you get that you can get stuff 90% off. Like, a Nintendo Switch for $20 just seems too good to be true. Like, that just sounds like a scam. I mean, I'm not trying to slander DaleDash.com. Hey, maybe they're totally legit and I could pick up a Nintendo Switch for $10 or $20. But yeah. Yeah, I think honestly, listening to their broadcast, I think exactly right, Dale. Dale Jr. Just mentioned that the stage points earned today, because I was kind of writing this one down as potentially a small loss for us. Another a penalty for Michael McDowell? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So, oh man. I mean, is there any way to break up the stage by threes and try and gain a massive amount of time? Like, trying to think about that one. Alright, let's see. Michael McDowell is only +3 on the cut line. That's not good. I mean, granted, he is at tail of the field right now. So let's see. Where does that put him in terms of an actual running position? Yeah, 29th place. So good thing is that there's pretty much no way he goes any lower than 29th. Hopefully. Whoa, Denny Hamlin really wide there as they go back to racing here at Richmond Raceway. Was not expecting that. Here we go. Keselowski, Buescher, Reddick, the front three. So here we go. Wow, this is a really good battle here for the points. Honestly, though. But hopefully you guys are excited. Let me know who you guys think's gonna win this race down in the chat. I'm looking forward to seeing some of your guys' picks for who you guys think's gonna win this one. Still 4 responses on the community post, so. Here we go. And let's just get back to the spot where I can actually read chat. Alright, so here we go. Oh, yeah, Reddick got way loose there. Oh, boy. That's not good. He manages to hang on to it and maintains 3rd place here, but are we about to see the RFK guys come up here and potentially win a race? I mean, it's been when was the last time we saw the 6-car win a race? David Reagan in 2011, maybe? Was that the last time the 6-car won a race? Because Trevor Bayne didn't win in the 6-car. Matt Kenseth never won in the 6-car when he came back and ran for a few years. I legitimately think the last driver to win in the number 6-car was Trevor Bayne, which is weird to think that team hasn't had a win for that car in that long. obviously Buescher last year at Bristol was the last time the 17 won. And the 17 has a lot better history of winning in the 2010s. I mean, or not necessarily in the 2010s, but, well, I guess in the 2010s, because 2017, Stenhouse won 2 races for them, and then obviously Buescher has now won a race for them too, which is better than 0 wins in the 2010s. Oh, and my earbud just died, which means I gotta switch it. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's see. So we're currently, we're 18 laps into this final stage already. We're about 150 to go here. And yeah, it's going to be a interesting one. McDowell trying to fight his way back through this traffic. It's going to be important to see what McDowell can do here. I will say, I wish NASCAR.com had a way to follow the points as they run. Like, that's like the one thing I feel like IndyCar does so well with their mobile app that NASCAR doesn't have, is a way to watch the points as they run. So anytime you want to watch and see, okay, where is my favorite driver compared to the cut line or compared to the championship? Because, yeah, the ability to check out the cut line would be amazing to have. But yeah, I think no doubt Martin Truex Jr. will be doing the 2-stop strategy that he opted not to do last time. Because he's saved a set of tires, no need to save a second set here because there's nothing to save the set for. Any set you end up with at the end of the race is just a waste. So. Now, maybe you find yourself in a position where you don't need to waste the extra set, but... Man. Yeah, welcome to the stream, by the way, everybody. We're just crossed the 150 to go mark here in the NASCAR Cup Series race. Keselowski leads over Chris Buescher, Tyler Reddick, Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, and Kyle Busch. Yeah, I say Kyle Busch was my pre-race pick to win the race. Ryan Preece has been impressing me a ton though today. I did not necessarily anticipate. Now, I'm trying to remember if I shouted out Ryan Preece in my fantasy video. Patrick, oh, you're at work. You probably can't check for me. Let me check and see if I feel like I mentioned he was one of the guys I put up on the list. Let's see. So, dark horses, yeah, I mentioned Ryan Preece. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I knew. And yeah, I had that one, so I pegged him. Now, mainly the reason I pegged him was because he was lower down on the odds sheet, and his teammate, Kevin Harvick, had done so well at this track in the past, including winning this race last year. But here we go. Alright, so at least we now know that I did accurately predict that one. And yeah, now we're just kind of waiting. Chase Elliott up into the top 10, potentially looking for his first career, or not first career, but first win of the season to walk himself into the playoffs. Same thing for Austin Dillon. There's a lot of drivers in the, let's see, how many drivers in the top 10 are looking for their first win of the season? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the top 10 would be new winners this year, all of which would pretty much upset the apple cart in terms of the playoff cut line, except for Brad Keselowski and Chris Buescher, because they're both well above the cut line anyway. I think we're pretty much assuming they have spots guaranteed in. So here we go. Oh, man. Here we go. So, yeah, they're under a ad break. We're 30 laps into a 170 lap final stage here at Richmond. If you guys are enjoying the live stream, of course, hit the like button and subscribe for more. We'll be back next week with some more streams from the Michigan races. There's no trucks, but the Xfinity and Cup Series, I believe. What time is Xfinity at next week? 3:30. I should be able to do that. Do live commentary of that one too. I'm not promising I'll be around for the Xfinity race. Oh man, the streets of Nashville got moved to noon next week. Yeah, you forgot about the community tab. Yeah, it's something that you really gotta. It's just kind of trying to utilize every part of the of YouTube to try and all spiral back into having a very cohesive content creation. Like, for example, the way I've been trying to utilize it primarily has been trying to find ways to convert my live streams into having some shorts clips for you guys, as well as being able to come up with shorter form video like the Fantasy Friday series that kind of rolls into the live streams for the weekend, and trying to just kind of snowball it all so that it all kind of plays right back into itself. So certainly it's something, and you want to use every tool you have at your disposal, right? Oh, Patrick has posted his poll. I want to know what his vote is. And while we got a long way to go in this race, like right now, Buescher and Keselowski, they aren't gonna fight each other for the spot here. So here we go. Alright, let's see. Let's go to the Keystone Corner. Because my subscriptions list is sorted alphabetically, and the isn't exactly the best for alphabetical sorting. Hey, Patrick's almost to 100 subscribers. Nice. Alright, let's see. Community tab. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Dirt to Daytona, or NASCAR Heat. Okay. There we go. I went and put my vote in, Patrick. But, yeah. Let's say, if you guys are enjoy some classic NASCAR content, Dirt to Daytona is something that Patrick's been playing quite a bit. He's got a NASCAR Heat 5 career mode that he's been doing some live streams on, as well as some other games that, so go check him out at the Keystone Corner, or go click his little icon in the chat, because I know he's talking. So let's see if we can get him up to 100 subscribers here through the month of August. So here we go. Okay, so Christopher Bell had taken the wave around, and he's now back on pit road because he ended up running out this one. Okay, so you're also planning some F1 2022. Okay, interesting. When does F1 2023 come out? Because, yeah, I'm sure that because F1 2023 should be on its way, right? Or is F1 2022 the game for the 2023 season? I get confused sometimes because, like, for example, Madden 24 comes out next month, and Madden 24 covers the Madden for the upcoming season, which starts in 2023, but it'll run into 2024. So I'm also curious to know what Madden's going to do in terms of naming next game, because assuming that they still have the rights to the game. Oh, okay, 2020. So F1 23 is out, but it's not on Game Pass yet. All right, makes sense. So, yeah. Yep, makes sense. But yeah, here we go. All right, so here we go. Let's see what we got going on here. Just trying to get an idea of what's going on here. Welcome everybody to the live stream. We're currently, oh wow, we're already 50 laps into this stage. Wow, I will say the laps are flying by. Not a lot of change though inside the top 10. I mean, Priest up to 6th place, Kyle Busch up to 7th, MTJ making an appearance up in the top 10. But yeah, not a lot of changes honestly appearing. So here we go. Here we go. AJ Allmendinger in 20. Did I just see that right? Is he up to 21st? That's not doing too bad. Just not good because where is he running compared to. Oh, he's actually ahead of McDowell at this point. That's not good. Man. McDowell had a great day going and it just went terrible. Alright, cool. You're going to be doing some testing at Martinsville. Nice. So, yeah, right now. Oh, Kevin Harvick up into the top 10 now, over bumping Chase Elliott out the top 10 for now. I'm really surprised we have not seen a single caution for contact so far today. I mean, I know I said that last time, and it ended up wiping out Dean Thompson. But, yeah. Really surprised that we've gotten through 280 laps so far, and we have yet to have a yellow. So, where's Ty Gibbs at? That's kind of the... Wait, where did he end up dropping? He's 13th. Okay, he's still going to gain spots on the cut line. I think Bubba Wallace will be very safe unless he absolutely tanks. Unless he wrecks out at... He can afford to wreck out at Michigan now, I think. Which I wasn't exactly expecting a wreck out at Michigan, but it's just kind of looking at worst case scenario for him. Because I was originally anticipating that this race might be one that he would struggle at. And impressive that he hasn't had that problem, so. Here we go. Alright, we're coming. They're coming back from commercial break, which means we get to see the cars on track again. And the 17 is to the back bumper of the 6 car. We might see a battle here for the lead. But honestly, I think these two should be just playing it safe and working together here to just make this a 2-car race. You don't want to invite Reddick, Hamlin, or Bubba back into this fight. And Logano on pit road here. I'm going to say, this is about the time that you would want to start seeing some guys coming to pit road here. If you have the extra set of tires for sure, you definitely want to be pitting now. So, Truex better be on pit road here soon, unless you're anticipating a yellow. Here comes Buescher to pit road. Here comes Bubba Wallace. Kyle Busch coming to pit road here. So, some interesting runs here. And someone's slow. Oh wait, no, they're coming to pit road. Okay, I thought they were slow on the wrong side of the track, but no. Oh, Brad Keselowski misses on the entrance to the pit, or not misses on the entrance to the pit, but he ends up at a weird angle in his stall here. That's gonna be awkward for his team to try and pit him. So, Buescher's now essentially your race leader here, because that was a slow stop for Keselowski. I think Buescher's going to gain that one, although for right now the real leader is going to be Denny Hamlin, but he still needs to obviously pit. Yeah, so we lost almost an entire straightaway in that battle. So Ty Gibbs comes to pit road here. Let's see, who else? Gregson and Allmendinger both on pit road here. Harrison Burton on pit road. Chase Elliott on pit road here, getting his 4 tires. Stenhouse Jr. on pit road too. So, Ricky on pit road. Chase Elliott on pit road. Truex not yet down there. So right now, you got a very small amount of cars on lead lap here. Buescher, the last car on the lead lap, in 6th place here. So, Hamlin, Truex, Blaney. I'm curious at this point, is Hamlin going to run to the halfway point in the stage and then try and pit? What would even be the halfway point? I mean, that would be, what, 180 something? I mean, 185? Or not 185, but just 85, I mean. Alright, so Denny Hamlin getting stuck in traffic, allowing the 6th car of Keselowski to fight his way back on the lead lap. So right now, Buescher, Reddick, Bubba, Priest, and Keselowski have all pit and are on the lead lap. And Keselowski gave up, 1, 2, 3, 4 spots with the issue on pit road where he ended up sliding in sideways and having a really awkward pit. And Suarez has been 2 laps down most of the day. It's not a very good day for him. Really bad day for McDowell, too. And here comes Denny Hamlin to the pit road as race leader. So here we go. Let's see. Has McDowell come to pit road again? Yeah, I think he has. So here we go. Here comes Ryan Blaney as well down pit road. Truex stays out, though. Bowman stays out. So right now, Truex and Bowman are your top two. Again, they have yet to pit, so we'll have to wait and see when or if they'll come to pit road. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. Alright, so here we go. Man. Alright, let's see. So here comes Byron leaving pit road right now. So William Byron came to pit road there. Now Truex has Austin Dillon to his inside. The two Bass Pro cars side by side there for a moment. It's one of my favorite jokes of all time. Was how similar the Bass Pro cars look. Where it's like, oh yeah, the cars aren't all the same. Tony Stewart and Martin Truex Jr. in the 2016 Brickyard 400 running the exact same Bass Pro scheme. I don't know there. Because the thing for Brad is you got to remember, he does not have a win yet. If Brad had a win yet already this year, I would say yes, do that. But I wouldn't want to risk losing a ton of points if that goes wrong in trying to overtake people. Because that strategy would work if you feel like there's going to be a yellow or if you feel like there's a likelihood. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it was just a. So he looped it. I thought maybe he might have gotten tagged by somebody, but on the replay, no, he just looped it. Yeah, he just got some rear wheel spin. But yeah, that's interesting. All right. So here we go. Ryan Preece looking to the inside on Bubba Wallace, not able to really make something happen here. So Chris Buescher up to second place. Chris Buescher is your leader in terms of this strategy. Well, Patrick, we know you would send it. We've seen your track record at defending points in championship situations. But yeah, here we go. But yeah, because it's certainly not a done deal. And if he has a bad race at Michigan or Indy Road Course coming up, you don't want to be throwing away points and be like, yep, I could have held on to that. I think it is in Brad's best interest to play it safe here. I mean, especially, you don't want to cause your team. Yeah. But here's the biggest thing is that you don't want to cost your team points after it was your mistake that put you behind the eight ball. You don't want to be the one responsible trying to make that kind of call and be responsible for an even bigger points loss. Because you're already behind the eight ball and under the microscope for the first mistake that put you in that situation. So, yeah, I would be careful of that one. Maybe I would consider it, but I would certainly be hesitant to do it. But yeah, right now we're just kind of waiting. So they went to a commercial break, and we're waiting for Truex to pit. We know he's going to. We just don't know when. And why is he waiting this long? That makes no sense. I mean, it makes no sense for him to wait this long to pit. And, yeah. Because if he, if the plan was to pit here, why not pit earlier? I mean, I guess we're not halfway in the stage, and that might be why, but yeah, here we go. Let's see, we got, Bud Wallace is side by side with somebody for a spot. I think that's Ryan Preece side by side for fourth. Yeah, that's Preece and Bubba side by side, fourth and fifth right there. Bubba Wallace having to run off the corner, leading at the line. But on entry of the corner, Preece gets his nose out in front and stays alongside Bubba the entire duration of the corner. As Bubba drifts further back here. And, man, these two, they are pretty evenly matched, honestly. Alright, so Buescher has officially passed Truex on track. Truex hasn't decided to pit yet, which is interesting. So Larson ended up getting a piece of the fence from running the high side too much. Makes sense. That's literally how he normally does it. So here we go. So we got 92 laps to go here in Richmond. Go, Preece, go. Oh, look who's rooting for a bad Ford driver now, Patrick. I'm saying, at least my Ford driver that I was rooting for is in position to potentially point his way to the playoffs, even though he's today has done nothing to help him towards that goal, which... The fact that McDowell got sixth here in the spring was definitely, it had to have been a fluke, because there's no way he went from top 5 to needing this much help here in the race. So hopefully McDowell can at least put a Band-Aid on this performance. I just don't know how you do that at this point to try and get back some of the ground that you've lost at this point. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying this live stream. We got ourselves, we're under 100 laps to go, under 90 to go even now, as the laps continue to tick away. And oh, is that Martin Truex Jr. coming to pit road? Let's see. Is this MTJ finally coming to pit road? Let's see. Yep, MTJ, pit road, pit. Martin Truex Jr. hits pit road here. So here we go. Man, it's getting... this race is long, but honestly, I like the strategy element of the multiple fuel strategies here. Makes it more interesting than last night's truck race, where kind of the strategy was all one. Like, there wasn't a ton of strategy until the very end, when surprisingly Hocevar was able to run back through the field after the extra stop and win the race. But yeah, right now though, Buescher, Reddick, Preece, I mean, this top 5 is looking really interesting. I mean, if it weren't for Hamlin, we would have all young guys in the top 5. Although, granted, Keselowski and Kyle Busch are the next 2 in if Denny were to fall out. So, I guess they're ready for the rotation of old guys in that 5th spot. Because you got Hamlin, you got Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, all in a line ready to fill that seat there of the old guy in the top 5. Depending on what your consideration is of an old guy, but usually I think mid to upper 30s is when you get considered an old guy in racing or in any sport, really. Although, in terms of running backs in the NFL, it's much earlier than that. And here comes Kyle Larson to pit road. Kyle Larson hits pit road here. So here we go. Well, I know, yeah, you hate solder. You must feel nice then seeing his old number 13 car running as bad as it is in the camping or Craftsman Truck Series in the hands of Haley Deegan now. Am I calling you old? I don't know. Are you an NFL running back? And even then, you're under the age that I was saying for old. But I mean, yeah, NFL running backs are pretty much old by the time they hit 27. But yeah, when it comes to general people, yeah, old definitely has a wide range that it can mean. But when it comes to athletes, usually mid to upper 30s is when you're starting to really become old. To some people, being 18 is old. But that's, again, just depending on perspective. So, luckily, we have the perspective here that, that we can all kind of set that wherever we want and not have to go by one definition on it. But Kyle Busch is looking pretty good. And honestly, I thought that was the bet, or either the Bet MGM car. He has a lot of black and gold paint schemes this year. He has the Bet MGM car. He has the 3-Chi car. I mean, it's not like he can't be a good old race car driver. I mean, look at what Kevin Harvick has done. Look at what AJ Allmendinger has done. Look at Jimmy Johnson. Not what he's done recently, I guess. Elio Castroneves won the Indy 500 at, 46, 47 years old? I mean, Mark Martin raced in the Cup Series well into his 50s. It certainly doesn't mean that they're done they have to be done at 30, but they can start choosing to be done at 30 if they want to. Just kind of comes down to what their life dictates. But yeah. But no, yeah, you are old, Patrick. So they're going to commercial break. We got, 75 laps to go. 75 to go here. Yeah. So, right now it's going to be Buescher and Reddick for the race lead. Wait, Reddick is 4.5 seconds back. This is Buescher's race to lose right now. As long as he doesn't mess up on the next round of green flag stops. I mean, a 4.5 second lead is not easy to eat into at any track. But man, I was not necessarily. I don't think I really gave the RFK guys enough credit in my Fantasy Friday video. Yeah, I think I definitely skimped on giving them the credit that they deserve. Certainly didn't give Ryan Preece the credit he deserved, even though I did mention him as an underdog that would be a good value pick. I mean, I did not anticipate him running third place here in the late goings here in the NASCAR Cup Series. I mean, if he finishes third, I think he will have deserved him. I think he will have earned himself a second season in that number 41 car. Kyle Busch looking like he may end up fighting for a top 5 here today. Bubba Wallace, he's going to be at the back half of the top 10. Ty Gibbs is back up to 13th. That's going to hurt Mike McDowell in terms of points. Where's McDowell running? I got to know. McDowell is 21st. Oh, boy. I was right about him and just lost the spot to Byron. But yeah, I was right about him and Allmendinger racing around each other a lot. It just kind of the fact that Ty Gibbs has been able to earn stage points and running on the lead lap still is going to hurt his ability to try and win this thing. So, 70 laps to go, and we're going to be setting up. So, when's the last round of green flag stop? So, let's see. At 283... trying to figure out when we're going to see our next round of green flag stops, because it's going to, it should be coming up pretty soon. I would say probably about 65 to go, 65, 70, so I'd say in about 5 to 10 laps, I would say we might start seeing the next round of green flag stops popping in here. So, feel free to let me know who you guys think. Oh, I completely forgot. We're going to put up the poll for the finish of the race. For you guys to vote on who you guys think wins the race. Chris Buescher, Reddick, Tyler Reddick, third option will be Denny Hamlin. Oh, wait, Denny Hamlin passed Ryan Preece. No, I was hoping to put Ryan Preece on here. All right, well, Denny gets the spot. Hey, you know what? That means if you pick other, that's essentially picking Ryan Preece and the rest of the field. All right, so there we go. There's the poll there for the finish of the race. Let me know who you guys think is going to win this race here at Richmond. Yeah, as I say, Hamlin, you better not be complaining about Kyle Larson putting a bumper to the back of you. As I say, even if he is 2 laps down and you're on the lead lap, you're not really in a position to complain at this point. So, poll is up. Let me know who you guys think is going to win this race. Let's see. We have 3 votes and 3 different drivers. Wow. Let's see. One person voted Buescher, Reddick, and Hamlin already. So let me know who you guys think is going to win this stage. Oh, and we got our first action on pit road. At 65 to go. Who predicted it? Oh, yeah. Love getting a prediction right. Keselowski, though, ends up being the first one on pit road. Logano, Briscoe, also joining him on pit road. Logano and Briscoe have had both pretty quiet days, honestly, though. But, man, that felt nice to have. That was a good moment. Predicted the exact lap that we would see green flag stops. Ryan Preece, Bubba Wallace, Kevin Harvick, Eric Almirola also coming to pit road here. More guys coming to pit road. 4 tire stops for pretty much all of them. No shocks here. Bubba Wallace gets 4 tires and he is away. And next time around, there's Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott was another one on pit road. Denny Hamlin coming down this time to lead this next wave of drivers on the pit road. So, yeah, it is a crazy time here. That is for sure. And here comes Kyle Busch to his pit box. Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon here as well. So, a lot of people coming to pit road here, and certainly earlier than I think a lot of people thought, but we'll have to wait and see. Here comes Reddick. Reddick coming down pit road. Ty Gibbs up to second place here. All right, we can see a lot of moving and shaking here at this point. Hard to really keep track of everything. Here comes Chris Buescher to pit road. Buescher, Gibbs, Stenhouse all on pit road right now. Reddick's still on pit road. So Blaney, Truex, and Hamlin kind of that first group here. But we're starting to see the regrouping here as everybody starts to get their ducks in a row here as they get ready to rejoin the track here. 60 laps to go. And Buescher has lost half. They say he lost about a corner and a half of track position to Blaney and Truex. I think they were in the first wave of stops, or one of the first waves. And Tyler Reddick with a pit violation, hitting the orange the commitment box on his way into the pits. Drive-through penalty for Tyler Reddick, and that is going to kill what was a potentially great day for him. Man, that's a bummer. All right, so everything's cycled around at this point. Nothing's really out of place at this point here. Oh, man. But yeah, for some reason my computer's starting to buffer. But man, what a way to end off the pit cycle there. All right, so here we go. So Ryan Preece, he's currently in 5th place. He might have a shot here at running himself up into that top 5 and possibly even fighting for the win. But yeah, here we go. Say they're going to a full screen commercial break? Because if so, Chris Buescher just took the second spot. No, they're going to a side by side. I was gonna go ahead and no, I'm gonna use the bathroom since I think we're actually I'm gonna wait till I see that once I know Buescher's got the lead back, because I don't want to miss the potential battle for the lead because it might be the last one we see today. Yeah, here we go. So honestly, Newman's had a very quiet day for that Rick Ware car. I thought he might have a bit better of a showing, considering the fact that he came in as a short track specialist to just run the short tracks. I thought he might put up more of a fight on them. But yeah, here we go. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the NASCAR Cup Series race where we've got about 50 laps to go here. Yeah, they're currently at a side-by-side commercial. And here comes Ryan Ryan Blaney hadn't pit yet. Okay. Or he's making another pit stop for whatever reason. Something. So Ryan Blaney comes to pit road, and that will promote pretty much everybody up a spot there. So that helps a lot of those other conversations. So yeah, I think the popular pick will probably end up being Chris Buescher for the win, and he's honestly, I think at this point he might end up being my pick to win this race at this point. Newman's been back in like 30th all day. Let me see. Where is he running right now? Mike McDowell is actually ahead of Allmendinger finally. But yeah, he's 29th right now, 3 laps down for Ryan Newman. Which is not a very good day. Certainly you want to see a little bit better out of a driver who's coming back to this series just for one purpose and one purpose only. Fans trying to get the wave started. Really? Come on, guys. But yeah, here we go. And we got the pass for the lead under the commercial break, and we didn't get to see it because they didn't show it to us. But here we go. We do get to see the replay, though. That's something I was upset at Daytona about at the 500, was that we didn't get replays of the passes for the lead when they would happen under our commercial break. But, yep, so Buescher's is now your race leader. And, yeah, so with 50 laps to go, and I say Ryan Preece, Brad Keselowski up into the top 5. Kyle Busch still hanging out in 6th place here. Oh, man, we had a pretty good day going here, though. Thank you guys, by the way, for everybody that's tuned in throughout the afternoon here to the to our broadcast here of the NASCAR Cup Series race. Just kind of talking about the race. Certainly looking forward to hopefully hearing from you guys and seeing who you guys think is going to win this race. Do we think Buescher's got this one? Do we think somebody from further back is going to be able to find a way to get it? Do we think there's going to be a caution? So far, no cautions for contact at all today. A very clean race. Which, hey, you know what? I'm not upset about a very clean race, and honestly, drivers actually driving with respect, which is a very rare thing these days. So, here we go. Let's go racing, boys. That's it. We've had a pretty good turnout, honestly, for this. Normally we struggle to end up getting 12 people at any one time. We've had a pretty good turnout here today, and that's all thanks to you guys. But yeah, I'm really excited though for the upcoming final stretch of the regular season here. There's some pretty good races coming up. Interested to see how the V8 Supercars guys do as they invade the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Brickyard weekend. SVG is back along with another V8 Supercars guy who will be driving an RCR Chevy. That's going to be a stacked field, that's for sure. I mean, as I say, so far, as I say, we've gone through the top 5 quite a bit, so, I mean, and nothing's really changed there. Buescher, Truex, Hamlin, Ryan Preece, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch still just on the outside of that top 5. Joey Logano actually up in 7th. He's been pretty quiet today, but he's up inside the top 10. Bubba Wallace earned a lot of stage points. He's just padding his lead, and now he can afford a bad day. Then you got Kevin Harvick and Eric Almirola, 2 more of the SHR Fords. And then the remainder of the lead lap cars are Austin Dillon, Briscoe, Tyler Reddick, and Chase Elliott in 14th is the last car on the lead lap. Alex Bowman, Ty Gibbs, Stenhouse, Blaney, and Larson have all gone 1 lap down. Byron, McDowell, Bell, and Allmendinger are all 2 laps down. Same with Eric Jones. He's also 2 laps down. Everybody else is 3 or more down. So some pretty bad days for some drivers we would normally expect to be contenders here. Again, like Christopher Bell's been completely anonymous all day, and honestly, it goes back to yesterday. He didn't qualify well, and even though he's in one of the best cars in the field, he doesn't go ahead and it doesn't guarantee that he's gonna be a good driver here at the end of the race. Here we go. So that's a quick rundown through the field. Oh, Kevin Harvick just made a pass on Bubba. There we go. And battle between Keselowski and Kyle Busch here for 5th. Come on. Let's go. Come on, Kyle. Kyle Busch to 5th here. Come on. Let's talk about that battle. Come on. Kyle Busch takes 5th place away and now sets his sights on 4th here for Martin Truex Jr. Wait, Briscoe's up to 12th? What? Briscoe's doing pretty well again. I thought he was doing worse than that, but apparently not. All right, here we go. Getting ready for the final 35 laps here to the checkers. I'm expecting we're going to see at least one more commercial break out of the NASCAR Cup Series guys. Still no yellows, which has been impressive, honestly, that the NASCAR Cup Series drivers haven't crashed yet. Normally they're experts at crashing, but I guess this track just lends itself to being nice and wide. But yeah, right now though it's an interesting one at the very least. Wow, this race might even end at about 3 hours. That's impressive for a NASCAR Cup Series race in this day and age to finish at around about 3 hours. Normally races are going 3.5, 4 hour, 4.5 hours even sometimes. So here we go. We're 32 laps to go. 32 laps to go here at Richmond Raceway. Buescher starting to drive away from the field. Buescher has a 6-second gap. He's got a big gap to play with too here. But Chris Buescher is in lap traffic right now, and that could make his day much harder here. Because I don't think any lap cars really want to give him a ton of a break here. Alright, I'm going to have to go use the bathroom. I can't, unfortunately, wait till the commercial break. So I will be right back, guys. I'm going to just throw a commercial break for myself in here. Alright. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Did I hear caution? Uh-oh. Right now the 45 is in danger of going a lap down, which could be a big problem, especially if a caution does come out. Because if he goes a lap down and the leader can get the 9, that would be 2 drivers going a lap down here. And potentially trapping one of the 2 of them a lap down, which is not good. Here we go. And yeah, there goes Buescher lapping the guy who was running inside the top 3. Tyler Reddick gets put a lap down. Man, hard to believe that Reddick went from contending for the lead to now lap down here at Richmond. And yeah, this is definitely been it's a strange race because it's really strange to see no real yellows coming out. I mean, it's really this is one of the most natural NASCAR Cup Series races I've ever seen. I'll say we've officially been live for over 3 hours, by the way. So here we go. Let's see. But man, those RFK Fords, they look fast, honestly, here. Yeah, so say they're doing just a quick run through of the Ford drivers who have won this race as Ford or Roush drivers who have won for Roush at this track. But yeah, I'm gonna say 20 laps to go. This is gonna be interesting. 20 to go. Just kind of looking around at the field. Kyle Busch up to 4th place here. Brad Keselowski all the way back to 6th place. Yikes. Kyle Busch. Could Kyle how high could Kyle get? Without a yellow, I think Kyle would be pushing it to try and get to maybe Priest and absolutely outer, I would say maybe he gets to Denny Hamlin. But that would require a ton of pace. And he would have to find that all of a sudden, which we have not seen. But yeah, if we do get a caution, though, that could level this all off and potentially we see Kyle Busch go for an absolute tear on the restart. Hey, Emmanuel, how's it going? So, yeah, right now, though, Buescher is commanding a very safe lead right now. Here we go. And I say the pace of this race has been very fair. I mean, I know I've got friends who complained about this race and how boring it is, but hey, you know what? At least it isn't a race where there's $1 billion in crash damage. Because some of the Daytona 500 and other races like that one, like the Daytona 500, we tend to see probably at least a couple $100 million in damages from that race. And sure, sending it to overtime ends up that one. Yeah, Suarez had something happen to him. I don't remember which thing it was that hit him, but yeah, he's currently three laps down in 28th place right now, which is not good for Suarez. Just a rough start to his day. But honestly, looking at Suarez's spot in the playoffs, I would say that he should be probably focusing in on Watkins Glen and the Indy Road Course as a potential must-win. Because after this race, I'd be curious to see where he is in terms of actual points, but I don't think it's going to be a very safe one in terms of being in position to point his way to the playoffs. But if Buescher can get this win, that will at least secure up one of those remaining playoff spots. But man, Bubba Wallace is falling all the way out. He's on the verge of falling out of the top 10 entirely. Wow. And I say, if Buescher ends up winning if Buescher wins more than one race this year, that could be, he could be a dangerous contender here for the or at least a dark horse contender for the championship. If he can win this race, potentially goes into Bristol trying to defend that win. If he can pull off that, he could move himself to the round of 12, which has a road course and a super speedway. Two things Busher is really good at, road courses and super speedways. So there we go. They're doing a quick flashback to that Bristol race where he ended up getting the late race restart and ended up winning it. But yeah, so he could potentially then get to the round of 8. Then you look at the round of 8, and that's where I think the wheels may fall off the bus. Although he does have a top 10 in this car, well, in the 17 car, not in the next-gen car, at Homestead. So a top 10 there potentially could be a good points day. Problem is, I don't know if a good points day at that point would get him to the to the championship 4. But hey, honestly, a round of 8 appearance for this team would be incredible, considering the way that Roush has been for the longest time. And this puts 18 points above the cut line for Michael McDowell. So he is 18 points above. I was hoping we were going to be plus a bit more than that. Although, honestly, going into Indy Road Course, I was actually anticipating us being about plus or minus about 5 points over Allmendinger for the cut line. Now, the fact that Gibbs is in the mix here, I didn't really think he was going to be. Kind of overlooked the fact that he could gain points at both races and put himself in this one. How he does at Michigan next week for Ty Gibbs is going to be a big factor. And caution flag! We got the first yellow of the day, and it's Daniel Suarez! Daniel Suarez spins out down the front straightaway, and we've got ourselves the first caution flag of the afternoon. And this is why you don't celebrate before the end of the race. We have got ourselves a caution flag with 10 laps to go. First natural caution of the day. Oh. Noah Gragson spun him out? Is that what the booth just said? Noah Gragson spun him out. I got to see this replay again from the start, not from the halfway spun out part, Fox. Here we go. Hard to tell. Again, that camera angle is not great either. Next camera angle. Here we go. Oh, yep, right there. That's the camera angle. Yep. Noah Gragson just ran into the back corner of Suarez, spun him out. Yep. Great job. So this might change up some stuff. Certainly not over yet. Everybody's going to be coming down for 4 tires here. Now, here's the question. Do any of these guys lap down, take a wave around, and hope for another yellow? So, here we go. Let's see. Who all that's 1 lap down could potentially take the wave around to try and get back on the lead lap and take advantage of it? Ty Gibbs can try and do it, although, again, I think at this point he's trying to protect points. He doesn't want to make a decision that costs him a ton. But I can see Ty Gibbs trying this. I mean, what's Ryan Blaney got to lose? What's Tyler Reddick got to lose? I mean, they can both try it. Bowman needs a win, so he could try it. Stenhouse and Larson both have race wins. I can see any of them trying it, although Blaney doesn't need to. He's free pass. Never mind. So, honestly, there's quite a few drivers who could try it. Not sure who could try it because from 2 laps down, it's a lot harder to try a strategy like that because you would need a second yellow, and that second yellow, not everybody's going to come to pit road for another set of tires, so you would need to be free pass position for sure, which is kind of hard to do if you're already taking the wave around, so you have to start tail of the field. And Kyle Busch to 3rd! Kyle Busch to 3rd here with a great pit stop. Here we go. But Chris Buescher holds his spot off of pit road. Denny Hamlin 2nd. And it will be Kyle Busch coming out in the 3rd position. Let's go. Woohoo! Come on. Here we go. Man, it's only 6 o'clock. Wow, it feels. Let's say this race is really going by really quick. Let's say this yellow is gonna slow it down a little bit, but hey, we still got time. Go ahead, put your vote in. Who you guys think's gonna win this race? The CookOut 400. All right, here we go. Priest. He lost one spot. He should be restarting in. He should be restarting fourth. Yeah, there we go. Should have just updated for you guys here. But yeah, he is fourth place. So it's Buescher, Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Ryan Preece, and Truex should be your top 5. That is still tentative to change because sometimes when we're under caution, my lineup gets a little screwy and it'll say like BJ McLeod is leading the race when he's 4 laps down in 29th. Okay, wait a minute. Is BJ McLeod 4 laps down? I don't think he's 29th place. No, it's Newman. And where's BJ McLeod is 5 laps down in 32nd. That was pretty close. That would have been hilarious if I had guessed that off the top of my head and nailed the prediction for where he was running. So, here's the question. What do you do if you're Denny Hamlin here? So, let's say Buescher takes bottom. Both the other cars take the top. That's going to allow Ryan Preece to the bottom here. I'm confused here. Ryan Preece just got a chance to take the inside line on Kyle Busch here. I thought Kyle was for sure going to protect the bottom here. So, yeah, so it's Buescher and Hamlin on the front row. Then second row is inside lane Ryan Preece, outside lane Kyle Busch. Then it's Truex and Keselowski in row 3. Row 4, Logano and Harvick. Row 5, Amarola Wallace. And then from there on, it's showing me 21st on back instead of who's 11 through 20, or 11 through 20. Here we go. Pace car dives for cover, and here we go. Coming off of turn number 4 through the Geico restart zone, and Buescher's off like a he's off like a rocket here. And the 41 here, the 41 could try and push Hamlin up the track a bit if he wanted to try and be mean here. Try and take the spot. Here we go. Logano and Kyle Busch. Those two have had some issues in the past with deciding who is in the wrong when it comes to roughing each other up. But here we go. Buescher versus Hamlin here. No, Hamlin smokes the brakes. He's going to run wide. And it's 3 wide here in the middle. Logano in the middle of 3 wide. He's going to try and take second spot from Hamlin here as they funnel back down to 2 wide. But Buescher is loving the fight behind him for second because here we go. White flag. 1 lap to go for Chris Buescher to win this race. Let's go, Chris Buescher. Let's go! Come on! Down the back straightaway. Nobody's going to catch him. Going through turns 3 and 4 for the last time. Off of turn number 4, it is Chris Buescher who wins at Richmond. That was awesome. There we go. Denny Hamlin come. Oh, whoa. The car's spinning. Whoa, what the? Uh-oh. I see Allmendinger in it. Allmendinger's in it. Who else? But yeah, so it was Chris Buescher, Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, Ryan Preece, I believe, is the unofficial top 10 or top 5. Then you've got Brad Keselowski, MTJ, Amarola, Dillon, and Kevin Harvick, the top 10. Oh man, that was crazy. Man, I love seeing Buescher win though. Buescher and this RFK team are so fun to watch win. They don't do it often, but when they do, it's always awesome to see. And even better when it's not Brad Keselowski, because I was a Carl Edwards fan for a long time. He's still one of my favorite drivers all time. And then I was a Kyle Busch fan after that, and still haven't fully gotten over my Keselowski issues. But man, what a race! As Chris Buescher takes the number 17 Roush Racing Ford Mustang to victory lane as he burns it down here on the front straightaway. What a race. I mean, it was a very clean race. We ultimately had only 2 cautions for contact, and one of them I don't even think was actually a caution because it happened as they were taking the checkered flag. So one true caution for contact, which was Gragson wiping out Suarez. So I'm curious to see what the points look like, but I'm going to do a quick run through of the full field because I'm sure you guys have a favorite driver that I haven't listed in the top 10. So you've got Briscoe 11th, 12th Bubba Wallace, 13th Chase Elliott. No, there's quite a few Chase Elliott fans in my audience. Ryan Blaney comes home 14th, 15th Ty Gibbs, 16th Reddick, 17th Stenhouse, 18th Alex Bowman, and 19th last car on lead lap, it's Kyle Larson. Christopher Bell, William Byron, Michael McDowell, the first 3 cars 1 lap down. Then Jones, Ross Chastain, and Todd Gilliland round out your top 25. Cindric and Allmendinger are the final 2 cars 1 lap down. Gragson, Newman, and Justin Haley are the 3 cars that were only 2 laps down, and that rounds out your top 30. Harrison Burton, Corey LaJoie, Daniel Suarez, Ty Dillon, and J.J. Yaley were all 3 to 4 laps down, and that rounds out top 35. And then B.J. McLeod, 5 laps down, as we talked about, in 36th place, ends up finishing out the day. So that's the rundown through the field. I want to see the points after this one, though, because I want to see how many McDowell has as buffer, because he's got one more race that isn't really his best, and then he's got 3 races to try and claw back any difference that he lost. But man, excited to see Chris Buescher doing this well. I mean, 2 wins in 2 years. We haven't seen this kind of consistency from the RFK guys. But man, that caution flag though really hurt to see to kind of bunt. I mean, a bunch of field back up and gave us a really fun finish, but I was so worried for him that he was going to lose this one. He was definitely a deserving winner here, and that's always what I want to see. Is I want to see a deserving driver win this race. Which, if you guys only tuned in for the race, of course, have a great rest of your day. Leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new, so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. I'll be back next week with another live stream, and I'll have more content throughout the week. I'll have a race review probably either late tonight or midday tomorrow, but it'll basically just come down to how long it takes me to record it. And I could try and go ahead and get the route, but I want to see the points anyway, so let's see what the points look like. I don't know what they look like. But yeah, of course, thank you guys for everybody that tuned in. Wow, we have 17 people still hanging around. Thank you guys for everybody that's popping in here. But as I say, this RFK team is a whole new organization this year. I mean, they went from last year they were okay and they did pick up a win at Bristol, to this year they are both very prominent threats to make this to make the playoffs. And in fact, Chris Buescher now is locked in to the playoffs. He is locked in. He's got that checkered flag to get him there. And again, as I mentioned, all he has to do is now repeat at Bristol, win either Talladega or the Roval, or even just point his way into the round of 8. And then he just needs something lucky to happen in the round of 8. Which we almost saw from Chase Briscoe in the round of 8 last year, I think it was. But there we go. And they're not going to talk about the points. Really? Are you kidding me, NBC? Are we not going to talk about the points? It might be a commercial break before the points, but yeah, I'm not going to try and keep you guys here too much longer. I was just kind of hoping they were going to show the points beforehand. Okay, so they're going to be here for a little over half an hour of post-race, so I'm going to go ahead and watch that, but I'm going to hop off the stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like on the stream. Subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future live streams or videos. And I will see you guys in the next video, live stream, whatever you decide to do with the rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody. And goodbye!